never see the giant frog. Episode 1, Roxy is scared. It was late at night in Metro City Park. In the lake, the frog croaked softly. Suddenly, a bright object fell from the sky. It splashed into the lake. The water bubbled up and turned purple. Ribbit, ribbit. The next day, Roxy and her friend were in the woods in Metro City Park. "Look at me!" called Tora from up the giant roller. "I'm taller than everyone. I'm coming up there somewhere." "Me too," said Roxy. The two girls started climbing up. "Not me," said Jack. "I don't like high places." "You're scared of high places," said Mara. "I'm not scared," said Jack. "I just don't like being high up," Tora shrugged. "That's okay," he said. "I don't like the dark. I'm scared of monsters," said Mara. "Exactly once with things." "Then not a problem," said Tora. "Rocky Girl can probably you from monster." He looked at Roxy. "What are you afraid of, Roxy?" Just then Mara called out, "Oh, look, I see a frog under those leaves." Mara jumped down and picked a small frog. Tora and Jack walked over. Ew, said Roxy. "What's wrong?" said Mara. "Keep that frog away from me," said Roxy. "Gross." "So you're scared of frogs?" said Jack. "I'm not scared," said Roxy. "Unusually, I just think they're gross. Maybe Rocky Girl can help you," said Tora. "Help me?" said Roxy. "Yes," said Tora. "Help you not to be scared of frogs." Roxy thought, "I just say I'm not." Ribbit, ribbit. "What was that?" asked Jack. Looking around, "It sounded like a frog," said Tora, "but it was really loud." Nearby, a tree fell over a crack. Another tree crashed down, smashed. The friends held their breath as a huge creature moved closely. It's a frog," called Tora. "It's a huge frog," said Mara. "It's bigger than a car," said Jack. "Croak." The giant frog hopped into the air and was gone. Roxy's face turned pale. A moment later, her heart was beat. Roxy moved away from her friend. She pressed a button and Mayor Blue's face appeared. "Let me guess, Mayor," whispered Roxy. "You're calling about the giant frog." "It's not just one, Rocky Girl," called the mayor. "Giant frogs are everywhere. They are invading Metro City. Please do something." Chapter 2, Frog Trouble. "That frog was huge," said Tora. "Where did it came from?" asked Mara. "I don't know," said Jack. Roxy didn't say anything. She had to turn into Rocky Girl and go downtown, but she couldn't let her friends see her. Roxy thought for a moment, then she had an idea. "Aha! Roxy screamed as she pretended to spot another giant frog. A giant frog! Run for your lives!" Then she disappeared into the woods. The Tora looking around. "That's odd. I don't see any other giant frogs." Wait a moment. When Roxy landed downtown, she saw giant many frogs everywhere. There are 3 of them hopped down West Street. They left a trail of wet footprints. Another frog clung to the signs of bogglings, making horrible croaking sounds. Roxy fell asleep. She groaned. Why couldn't the city be invited by giant squirrels? Squirrels are cute. Rocky Girl shot Detective Sniff. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Detective, she mumbled. Detective looked surprised. Are you okay? Aren't you making a joke? A frog landed on a nearby car crash. I'm not really in a joking mood, said Roxy weakly. Another frog knocked over the street lamp. Ribbit, ribbit. This is trouble, said Detective Sniff. We need to find out how the frog gets so. Rocky Girl, save me, a boy screamed. Roxy looked up. Halfway of the building was a frog with a car in its mouth. The driver was still inside. Oh no, said Rocky Girl. I don't matter that. Roxy was screamed a frog. She was Rocky Girl. Metro City needed her help. She flew as fast as she could. Ribbit, a frog landed in front of Rocky Girl. She stomped over it. The frogs are everywhere, said Roxy. Down on the street, someone screamed, look out, the fat frog can knock over the big bear's trance. The signal was about to fall on a group of people. Roxy flew down and caught it. She planned the street back to its form. Roxy shot toward the frog with the car. When the frog saw Roxy, it flew. It tore at her thump. The car flew out of the frog's mouth. Wah! Called Roxy. Roxy deferred fast. Zoom! She caught the car just before it hit the street. Thank you, Rocky Girl, said the driver. No problem, said Roxy. I'm glad I could thump. Ah! Roxy screamed. A mystery rock. Ugh! Frog tongue, Roxy cried. Roxy pulled herself from the door just as the frog mouth stamp. Ew, 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 said Roxy, jumping back down to the street. This is so gross. I didn't think I can. Another frog now flew to Roxy. Thump. She cried, jumping out of the way. Thump. Ah, Roxy, looking around, giant frog, cat everywhere. How am I going to get rid of all the frogs? Roxy wondered if there were anything else. Squirrels, mentors, no problem. I will just pick them up. But I do not want to touch any frogs. Ribbit, ribbit. A fat green frog was brown spots staring at Roxy. Roxy looked at but then she realized another frog was behind her. She looked in the area. To her right, a frog was squashing between the two buildings to Roxy leave another frog croaked. Roxy was stranded everywhere she looked. She saw the building eyes of frogs. Oh, they staring at her. Said Roxy, "This is the grossest mission I ever been on." Detective Sniff called to her. "Rocky girl, are you alright?" "Of course I'm not okay." "Yeah, Roxy, I'm about to be frog food." All at once, the frogs start shooting out dump. Roxy, besides trying to getting out of the way just in time, blowing her. The four frogs were stuck together. Ha ha, Roxy laughed. Croak! A very fluffy frog jumped into the air, hopping along the top of building. Wherever Roxy flew, the frog hopped. Roxy lasered the air with the frogs right behind her. Soon Roxy flew another lake in Metro City Park. What happened to the lake? Roxy wondered. The water is purple. Just then another frog leapt from behind a tree. It smashed into Roxy and sent her crashing down into the lake. While Roxy was underwater, she saw something odd. A mystery rock sat on the lake floor. The rock grew bright purple that looked like a metal. The Roxy, as she stand the metal, she began to feel strange. What's going on? Roxy wondered. Become dizzy, she felt as if she was moving really fast, but she wasn't moving at all. Oh no, the Roxy, I think I'm growing. Giant Rocky Girl, the lake began to bubble and crush. Waves splashed onto the shore. A giant frog raised out of the water. Whoosh, said Roxy, looking down. I'm huge. Downtown, Roxy slowly walked between the buildings. Be careful, she told herself. You don't want to step on anybody. Roxy saw a frog croaking to Metro City Bank. The frog was smelly and gross, but now Roxy was much bigger than it. Roxy took a big breath. Okay, I can do this. I can pick up a frog. She closed her eyes and reached for the frog. Roxy felt this squash. Yeah. She cried, quickly picking her hand back. Roxy raised out again. This time, she gently picked the smelly carefully off the biggie. Holding the frog in the hand, Roxy zoomed back to the park. She dumped the frog into the purple lake splash. That wasn't so bad. The Roxy Roxy flew back to downtown Metro City. One by one, she found all of the frogs. She put all of them in the lake. Ooh, said Roxy. I'm glad that done, but the frogs are still so big. And so am I. What made the grow in the first place? Roxy stopped for a moment. She looked down at the purple lake. Aha! She said, the meteor. Roxy stepped into the lake and finished around under the water. A moment later, she felt the monitor. Roxy pulled it out of the lake. Right away, the water rosy purple color. Roxy flew the meteor in the sky. The purple rock disappeared. That distorted the space. Far from her, Roxy started to feel strange again. I'm shaking, Roxy thought, and so are the frogs. Roxy's friends were coming out of the wood. They stood near the lake. I wonder where Roxy went, said Tora. Maybe she went home, said Jack. She was really scared of the giant frog. Mara saw a frog hopping out of the lake. She reached down. Look, she said. Here, another frog gets normally size 1. Just then, Roxy appeared. Hi, everyone, she said. I'm back. That giant frog sure was scary, right? She looked at Mara. Oh, can I hold that frog? I thought you were scared of frogs, said Mara. She handed the frog to Roxy. No anymore, said Roxy. Tora gave Roxy a special look, but he didn't say anything. Bye. Please subscribe. Bye. See you later.